Huawei's Nexus 6P was a big change to the Nexus lineup. It brought more premium build materials, a better overall design IMO, and changed that price to a more expensive one. So hey guys, my name is Ryan Thomas with Failtech, and should you still buy the Nexus 6P? The aluminium construction of the phone holds up. It fits in with today's more premium high-end flagships, but not the ones with glass backs obviously, although you do get that glass visor which some may think is quite bad looking. I like it, it's not bad to me, and a lot of people just cover it up with a case. The phone feels like a brick, like a solid lump, like it's not going to break. However, Zach from Jerry Rig Everything shows that this thing can really easily be almost flipped in half. The larger build with big black bezels is something that not everyone is going to love. However, you do get some really cool stereo front firing speakers as a part of those big bezels up front. However, I do feel like they could fit them into slightly smaller bezels, like they have done with the Pixel 2 XL. The phone is actually only a 5.7 inch display, however the phone feels a lot bigger than that, and that's due to the huge bezels. In fact, you could probably fit a modern day 6.2 or 6.3 inch phone in the same form factor. This phone also doesn't have any kind of mil-spec or IP67 water and dust resistance, anything like that, and that means that it's more prone to breaking, which is something that you need to be careful about. You don't get any kind of wireless charging either, considering this is a metal backed phone, but what you do get is a bit of fast charging, and that's good, with the 3450 mAh battery serving pretty well towards a good day's use of the phone due to Doze, which is the software implemented in 8.0 Oreo, which this phone does run. And yes, that's stock Android because it's a Nexus, which in my opinion is the best way to run Android, and so you're going to get the best, the cleanest, and the most smooth experience possible. And with that, you're actually running a Snapdragon 810 8-core with 3GB of RAM and an Adreno 430 GPU. What this means is some really smooth overall performance with some good multitasking abilities too. Now, like I say in most videos, 4GB of RAM is the optimum nowadays, but 3GB isn't bad either. This set of specifications, along with that good software, is going to lead to some pretty good overall performance, running pretty much any game you want, and at that QHD level as well. Talking of QHD there, the display is a 5.7 inch QHD AMOLED display. What this translates to is a pretty big overall display, coupled with some great speakers, at a pretty high resolution as well, translating to over 500 pixels per inch and a really sharp viewing experience. In fact, some people turn down the DPI so the elements are smaller and just fit more of them on the screen because you have that much extra screen real estate. The screen and speakers are really good together at coupling to make a really good multimedia experience, especially when watching YouTube video, because we all do that in the middle of the night when we can't sleep. And because it's an AMOLED panel, the contrast is gorgeous, the blacks are nice and deep, and of course you get that really poppy, punchy colour which a lot of Samsung OLEDs have. The 12.3 inch sensor on the camera is I believe derived from something like a Pixel, so the Pixel may take its DNA from here. I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like that on paper. With f2.0 glass, it's not the fastest in the world, and you don't get optical image stabilization, so low light isn't on paper going to be very good. However, because you're running stock Android and this is a Nexus, you can run Google's HDR Plus camera app, which makes an incredible experience and take some really good photos with machine learning in the background to really bring out that dynamic range. The UHD 30fps video looks okay, but the 720p 240fps video looks pretty good as well, which is nice to have because not a lot of phones in this price range do have that. I found that the overall camera using experience wasn't amazing because the stock software allows for some pretty mediocre settings, not something like Samsung's camera. However, the outcome is really good and you don't necessarily need those manual settings to get solid photos with this phone. So what do I think about this overall? There's no water and dust resistance, unfortunately. You don't get wireless charging, you don't get microSD expansion. There are a few things you miss out on, but what you do get is the fast fingerprint scanner, is the incredible feel in the hand, the stunning display and speaker setup, a great camera, a big 3450 mAh battery, and of course the Nexus experience. And that's it from me. So if you guys want to see more of this, then please do leave comments in the comment section below. Please do like, dislike, subscribe, anything like that really helps me out. And follow me on social media because that helps as well. And maybe we can start a conversation over there. Also, thanks so much to Ross for following me on Patreon. My name's been Ryan Thomas with Failtech, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.